Hello everyone, Adena Sampson here, and welcome to another edition of Living Authentically Out Loud. Today's title, Live in Your Truth. That's right, how many of you really live in your truth and express your truth in the way it was meant to be? So, a few things have come up this week. Actually, multiple things this week that have reminded me of this topic in particular. I want to really talk about us making decisions, okay? Sometimes we make decisions and we can feel torn, split apart between what's in our best interest and a feeling of obligation to another, to someone else. Have you ever felt that way? That's the question of the day. I'm sure multiple times. Think of a time, a place, a scenario where you've had to make a decision and you felt just torn, just felt bad about which way to go. Okay, that's what we're talking about today. That is what we're going to get at, okay? So in our minds, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've talked about our minds being our greatest enemy in a prior blog, but sometimes our mind can conjure up all these scenarios, right? We're trying to figure out how people will react to what we're going to say, right? Our ego's making up all these stories and alternate endings. It's quite hilarious. All the while, we're projecting our feelings onto others. Why do we do this, and why do we care so much about what others think? You've heard this before, and I'm saying it again. Why do we care so much about what others think? And also, why do we assume what they're feeling and how they're feeling? It's a never-ending circle. It's just a vicious circle, and it gets us nowhere, okay? So we've got to make this decision. We feel torn because we're not quite sure which way to go. Do we go, with how we're feeling and our truth? Or do we do something to please another, right? Are we so worried about what they feel that we're not really living our life, okay? The longer we procrastinate on making a decision, which we know, the longer we keep putting it off, the worse we feel inside. It's this empty feeling that really, really eats us up. What is that true feeling? Guilt, perhaps? Maybe it's guilt, And with the feelings of guilt, this pressure just keeps building and building. I feel it in my chest. I don't know about you, but you feel it in your chest. The pressure keeps building and building, and then we get anxiety. And what does anxiety do for us? Nothing but keep us in a space of anxiety. So really what I'm getting at, guys, is ask yourself, whose life are you living? Whose life are you living? Step up to the plate, express your truth, and make a decision that best suits your needs, that is good for you, that represents the life that you want to lead, okay? Make that choice. I assure you, when you do, you will have a feeling of relief. A sigh of relief, actually, right? Wow, I made the decision, okay. It wasn't that bad. All the scenarios that were in my mind didn't really actually play out, did they? No, they responded in a much better way than you thought, and even if they don't, guys, what's it worth not living in your truth? Seriously. I think a lot of us, because we come into this world with so much, we come into this world already with a story, right? We're either, male or female, black or white. We're told that we're good or bad, wrong or right. And no matter what our hereditary traits are that have been passed down, and no matter what your circumstances right at this moment, at this time, you can change it. Every single part, every single way. This is your life. This is your story, right? Every aspect. In every single way. You can rewrite your story. So that's what I'm urging you to do. Rewrite your story. Live in your truth. I invite you to paint a new picture of the life that represents the truth of who you are. What is the truth in your life? Who are you? Speak your truth. Live in your truth. Proudly, firmly, make that decision that makes you feel good. And when you're torn and you don't know which way to go, take a deep breath, sit with it, and make the choice that's right for you, because it's your life. And with that, I'm going to leave you with another little snippet. It is from my song, Between You and Me. I've mentioned a little part of that before, but I want you to sit with this and listen to how this feels. If you haven't heard what I've said in spoken word right now, I want you to listen to the lyrics of the song. Have you ever felt this way? I'm sitting here thinking about where to go, which direction, I don't know. The scales are tipping forward, the scales are tipping back. I think right now it's safer to stay right where I'm at. God forbid I make the wrong choice, 'cause you're my love, my light, my truth. So what am I saying there? I don't know which way to go. God forbid. Just know that you're not going to make the wrong choice. Know that the choice you're going to make hopefully will be the right one, of yours, the truth to yourself. And if you don't, and you make a choice to please someone else, you'll know it. It'll build up. And if you've been doing this for a long time, isn't now the time to change this? Isn't now the time to live in the truth of who you are? I urge you to do so. Paint a new picture. Live in your truth. Until next time, much love, light, and aloha. Please visit OutLoudProductions.tv, where we offer a safe place for you to live in your truth. See you soon.